Most people think that living near a Florida beach means that you have to purchase an aging condo or spend millions of dollars for a luxury home. But there's actually a third option. In this video, I'm going to give you 10 new construction communities within 7 miles of the beach. This means you don't have to worry about not being up to hurricane code, which all these new construction communities are, or some of the maintenance issues that some of these older resale homes have in the area. Hi, I'm Ryan Zakos. I'm with Zakos Realty Design Group out of Sarasota, Florida. I was born and raised here in Sarasota. I started this firm with my father, who's retired from the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. We've had the honor and privilege of helping hundreds of people relocate to the area. We do believe that we are the best way to relocate here to the Gulf Coast because we do know this area better than anyone. I've read in the video, I'm going to give you 9 communities, and the 10th community is going to be a treat. The 10th community is going to be a community that isn't even selling yet. But if you are looking to purchase in the near future, it is something to put on your radar because it is unbelievable proximity to the beach. It's going to have incredible amenities and a whole entire village center around it as well. So it is definitely something that you want to be made aware of. I'm going to give you, for each community, the best selling proposition to me for each community. So each community has its own little shtick, its own reason why you might consider purchasing in this community. So I'm going to start each community off with that and then go into some details. All these communities are within 7 miles to the beach. So that is very important, that the proximity to the beach with new construction is very rare up and down the Gulf Coast of Florida. First, about 7 miles, I'm going to start the furthest away, work my way in regarding proximity to the beach. The first community is Magnolia Bay. It's a Meritage product, and I believe this community's shtick, or its best selling proposition, it is the best bang for the buck out of any community on the list. It's not the cheapest community on the list, that will be further down the road, but it is the best bang for your buck. I love Meritage, I love the product. Their homes are starting in the 300,000s. Magnolia Bay, which is a community just east of I-75 in Nokomis. This little corridor, North Venice and Nokomis, has a handful of new construction communities, all within 10 miles of the beach. You can have great proximity to Nokomis Beach and great proximity to Venice Island. So you get the amenities and the historic charm of Venice Island, but also getting tons of beach access up and down the coast. Magnolia Bay, again, 2 different phases, gated communities, amenity-rich communities starting in the 300s. So you have single-family homes that are single-story and 2-story homes, modest size all the way up to larger homes that are on preserve, on ponds, and obviously homes that are backing up to each other as well. So there's a ton of options. There are 2 different series and over 10 floor plans that are being offered within this community. Again, what I like about Meritage is that you're getting D.R. Horton and Lennar prices, but not their finishes. So I believe that their finishes, their luxury vinyl they're putting in, their tile they're putting in, the countertops of quartz countertops that they're doing pretty standard in their homes are all elevated over what you would be getting in a D.R. Horton or Lennar community for a very similar price. So the great bang for your buck in Magnolia Bay. The amenities in Magnolia Bay are going to be spectacular. It's a gated community. It's going to have a resort style pool, basketball, pickleball, tennis, playground, event lawn, a fitness center. It's got anything and everything that you would want and expect within an amenity-rich community, all again for a fraction of the cost of what you'd pay in a lot of these other amenity-rich communities. So if you're looking for a bang for your buck, look no further than Magnolia Bay. The next one on the list I'm going to talk about is going to be just around the corner there in Nokomis. It's technically, they're calling it Palmer Ranch, but that's Talon Preserve. The biggest selling proposition for Talon Preserve is that it's going to be on the west side of I-75. It's going to be a little bit closer to the beach. I'd argue a little bit even more amenity-rich community. So it's going to have a lot more social activities, a lot more social events, a lot more clubs and things going on within there, but also one of the only communities in Palmer Ranch area that has a restaurant and bar within the community itself. That is something that Magnolia Bay doesn't have. And then a lot of these communities that I'm mentioning on this list won't have it until we get down to the very end. We'll talk about a couple others that have it, but not anything in this area. So if you're looking for a new construction community with a ton of activities that is super amenity rich, a gated community that has a restaurant and bar, they're actually about to finish up their poolside little tiki bar next to the pool there. It's a spectacular community, has a game room with arcade, has a resort style pool, a splash pad, a playground, pickleball, tennis, anything and everything that you would expect and want within a community. 18,000 square foot clubhouse exists there in Talon Preserve. They have villas starting in the 400s, single family starting in the 500s. So you get some great bang for your buck if you're looking at price point. If you're looking at purely price point, obviously you're going to choose Magnolia Bay, but if you're looking for a little bit more luxury, a little more luxury feeling in an amenity-rich community, Talon Preserve has that. They have over 15 different home options available within Talon Preserve. Again, DiVosta, Pulte, Del Webb, all the same owner, same product. Again, west side of I-75, great proximity to Nokomis Beach and Venice Island as well. So if you're looking for new construction, west of I-75, it's few and far between. This is a great option in Talon Preserve. Now, next community is going to be Aqua. It's a Medallion home product. This is all the way up in Manatee County in Bradenton. It's going to be right on the bay, north of State Road 70, south of Cortez. So kind of what used to be kind of a no man's land is being developed, and it's a sought after area because you're sitting within 6 miles or so to Bradenton Beach. So if you go straight north to Cortez, go west out, you'll pop right over the bridge, right onto Bradenton Beach. Their kind of shtick is they had this 4-acre blue lagoon that you can do tons of water sports, and it's almost like a beach, but it's man-made within the community itself. So the community is kind of surrounding this 4-acre bright blue man-made lagoon, which is kind of a cool feature to the community. The community itself is more luxury, so this is going to be the shtick for the community. Medallion builds a wonderful product, but the price point is high. So this is going to be the highest, most luxurious community on the list. The single family homes are starting over $1 million. You can't find a single family home in the community under $1 million. And then they have a townhome section, which are starting at $799, I think is the lowest price for the townhomes. But this is luxury townhomes. It's not your traditional 1,200, 1,400 square foot townhome. These are all townhomes over 2,000 feet, very spacious, grand feeling, and very luxurious with all the updates and upgrades inside the home. If you're looking for luxury, you're looking for on the bay or close to the beach, Medallion puts together this great product in Aqua. Side note with Aqua is that phase 1 is almost sold out within Aqua, so there's only a couple homes left that are available for sale by Medallion. I think there's a couple resales in there right now, but Medallion only has a couple homes left they're selling. Then in Q2, Q3, they're opening up a second phase in which they'll have a lot more options for single family homes. But again, price point starting at $1 million. And they do have tons of options regarding home styles that you can choose within Medallion themselves. I'm going to jump all the way back down to this Nokomis, North Venice area, and that's Tiburon. So Tiburon is actually Spanish for shark, which is ironic because Venice is the shark's tooth capital of the world. So obviously Taylor Morrison knew what they were doing when naming the community. Tiburon is a small little quaint community that is only about 6 miles on Nokomis Beach and 7 miles to Venice. So it's right in that same corridor with all those new construction communities I was just talking about, with Talon Preserve. There's a couple others I'm going to mention in this video as well. And then Magnolia Bay. So if you're looking for a little bit more smaller of a community with a Taylor Morrison product, which is a really good builder in the area, then Tiburon might be a good option for you. Their homes are starting in the 500,000s, and their homes actually go up to about 3,500 square feet. So if you're looking for a little bit larger home on a little bit larger lot in a smaller community, there is still a community pool, there's a dog park, and they actually have a little butterfly garden that they're going to be putting in the community as well. So if you're looking for a quaint community, a little bit more luxurious but not paying luxury prices, then Taylor Morrison's Tiburon could be a good option for you. Just right around the corner from there is a community that is probably one of my favorite communities for new construction right now. That's Vistera. What I like about Vistera is most of these communities that exist, there are communities built by one builder. So you have the DiVosta in Talon Preserve, you have Meritage in Magnolia Bay, you have Medallion and Aqua. This community has 3 different builders. There's MI, there's Neal, and then there's Weekley. They have tons of different floor plans. Obviously, if you're dealing with 3 different builders, you have tons of options and different price points to choose from. So Neal actually has paired villas and offers single family homes on 57-foot lots, which is a very large lot. Weekley and MI both have options as well. MI actually offers even a bigger home options than Neal, but they're going to a second story home in order to get more square footage. But Weekley, great builder, MI, great builder, and Neal, both 3 great builders. And what I like about that is because you have 3 different builders, you have 3 different architectural styles. So it doesn't feel like that cookie cutter neighborhood where your neighbor looks just like, where all the neighbors look exactly the same. You have 3 different builders, 3 different styles, and all definitely elevated. You're not getting those big box, out of the box, commercial grade finishes in any of these homes. Everything feels elevated. It's a wonderful community. The amenities are going to be great within the community as well. You have the resort style pool, the fitness center, the yoga lawn, the event lawn. There's a game room. They have tons of things that are going on within this community, but definitely something to consider. Neal's paired villas starting in the 400s and the single families going up for there, both Weekley and MI in the community. So something to consider if you're looking to be within 6 miles or so to Nokomis Beach, to Venice Island, in a wonderful community with some wonderful builders that have a little bit more of a different look and feel within the community. Now I'm going to give you a couple communities that are about 5 miles to a beach. The first community I want to talk about is Cocoa Bay. The biggest shtick or the selling proposition for Cocoa Bay, it's a Lennar product and it is the cheapest. It's actually shocking how cheap this community is. This is way down in Inglewood. It feels very removed as you go down there. I personally think it's a little bit too removed for my liking. It is only 5 miles to Inglewood Beach. It gives you great proximity to the beach. And if you're looking for very affordable homes by Lennar, there's 2 different sections of this community. There's Island Lakes and Palm Lake. So Island Lakes is more of the affordable. There are paired villas that Lennar's offering. They are starting in the 200s, which is mind-blowing to me. And then single family homes in the 300s starting. And then you have Palm Lake. You can get a 2,000 square foot house in the 400,000s. Big lake, 5 miles to the beach. Again, it's a Lennar product, so you're kind of getting some of that builder grade material. But again, if you're just talking price and price per square foot, you cannot beat this on anything in the area. It's a great option, and it's going to have some great community amenities as well. It has the community pool, the fitness center, playground, pickleball, bocce, and all the other things that you would expect within an amenity-rich community. It's a gated community as well. So right now, they're not connected regarding roads, but that's going to happen in the future. Both sections of these communities, something to check out, especially if you're looking for something in the 200s or 300s. You can get some great value way down there in Inglewood. Again, a little bit further removed, but still great proximity to the beach. The next community I'm going to talk about is Cassata Lakes. Cassata is right around the corner from right here on Venice Island. It's about 5 miles, that's it, to Nokomis Beach. It is actually a community that was starting to be built by some local builders, and MI purchased them. So now it's an MI community. I love this community. If you're looking for oversized lots in a larger home, but don't want to pay a high HOA or have all these community amenities, this is a great community for that. MI builds a great product. Just sold an MI product a couple weeks ago in a community in Lakewood Ranch called Sweetwater as an MI product, but they are a great product, very upgraded and elevated finishes in the home. But if you are looking for a larger lot in a smaller community, I think there's only going to be about 150 homes in this community. So a nice, quaint, small community with larger homes on larger lots that are only 5 miles or so to Nokomis Beach and Venice Island. So you're getting the great beach and also everything that Venice Island has to offer within 5 miles. Now I'm going to end this video by giving you 2 communities that are within 3 miles to a Gulf Coast beach. And then the third community I'm going to talk about is going to be the community that I mentioned that has not launched yet regarding sales, but all the plans are out there. You can kind of see what the look and feels like it'll be. It's going to be an amazing master plan community with a whole entire village center. First one I'm going to talk about is Beachwalk by Minnesota Key. Beachwalk, the biggest shtick is it's only 2 miles from the gate of the community to Minnesota Beach. So if you're looking for just straight proximity to the beach, Beachwalk is an incredible opportunity. It's a DiVosta product. So a lot of the things that you're getting in Talon Preserve at a higher cost, you're going to be getting at Beachwalk for a little bit lower of a cost. So it's a spectacular amenity-rich community, restaurant, bar, fitness center, pool, pickleball, tennis, everything that you would expect in this unbelievably amenity-rich community that has an activities director, tons of clubs. It's a very active community. It's a very large community, so there's a lot going on, very social, 2 miles to the beach. So DiVosta builds a great product, and you're getting all that same models that you would be getting in Talon Preserve. Those are being offered on Beachwalk as well. So kind of spitting images regarding communities itself. One is going to be in that Sarasota corridor, Palmer Ranch, Nokomis. The other one's going to be way down in Inglewood by Minnesota Keys access, Minnesota Beach proximity. It's a great spot down there. What I think is funny, this is the reason why I prefer probably that Nokomis Venice corridor over this Inglewood corridor, is that you're actually closer to a beach in Beachwalk than you are to shopping in a Publix. So I think that's kind of ironic. If that's your thing, which is definitely a thing, we sell a ton in Beachwalk. If you'd rather be more remote but still have unbelievable access to a beautiful beach, then you need to check out Beachwalk. If you actually care about city amenities, shopping, and wonderful restaurants, then you're probably going to want to cater more toward stuff that are closer to that Venice, historic Venice area, or even Sarasota. Beachwalk, DiVosta, wonderful community. Check it out. Next one is going to be Boca Royale. Boca Royale has been around for a while. It's a golf and country club. So the biggest shtick with this is going to be that Boca Royale is the only community on the list that offers an 18-hole golf course, beautiful championship course that was just actually redone. It just finished up being redone end of 2024. Completely millions of dollars dumped into the project. It's a brand new, beautiful course. And then they're doing a lot of upgrading and updating to the actual clubhouse itself. So if you're looking for a golf and country club, look and feel within a community, with being within 3 miles to a beach, Boca Royale is going to be that option for you. Neal is currently selling in Boca Royale. Paired villas starting in the 400s. They have 14 different design options for homes within the community. Again, golf course living. What I like about Boca Royale is actually the golf membership's not required. So that's a huge selling point to me. I loved living in a golf course community, not have to pay the fees and dues that are required to be in some of these golf course communities. So that's a great selling proposition for me. For the community, 3 miles to the beach. And Boca Royale is also considered being a Welland Park community as well. So not that that matters much regarding you don't get anything for it, but it does have proximity to downtown Welland Park. You're within 9 miles or so to downtown Welland Park, 3 miles to Minnesota Key Beach, and then you have shopping and stuff all within, 7 miles or so of that community as well, just like you would at Beachwalk. It's right around the corner from Beachwalk. Restaurant, bar, multiple pools, different sections of the community have different pools, and then everything you would want and expect within this amenity-rich golf course community in this area. So those are the 9 that I was going to mention. This 10th one I'm going to give you is going to be a community that is only 2 to 3 miles to Bradenton Beach. It hasn't launched yet. It's going to have multiple builders and a whole entire village center, a Publix shopping center with 140,000 square feet of retail, shopping, restaurants, offices. They're going to have a hotel. They're going to have apartments. And they're going to have tons of single-family homes, everything from villas to larger single-family homes. This is Seaflower. So Seaflower is right around the corner from Aqua. It's going to be built right around the corner from Aqua. The infrastructure is being developed as we speak. You can find information regarding Seaflower. What I love about it is going to be multiple builders and multiple communities within the Seaflower itself. You're going to have David Weekley, Cardell, MI, Pulte, and then a couple other builders as well. So a lot of builder options. They're going to be a great variance or variables regarding price point. So if you're looking for more modest maintenance-free villas, they'll have an option for you there. They'll have apartments. They'll have a hotel for your guests if they come. And then you'll have Bradenton Beach, literally 3 miles right down the road that you can literally ride your bike or golf cart to the beach if you would like. So if you're looking for, and you're not looking right now for new construction close to the beach, and that's something that you want to put on your radar and check out in 6 months or so, Seaflower will be a great option. And as you know, construction communities open, typically the best price points are up front, as they know it's least desirable to purchase a home when there's a lot of construction that's going to be happening for the future. So they price them accordingly. Typically, new construction only goes up over time in one community as they get closer to being sold out. These communities have great options. These builders are offering crazy incentives right now, everything from lot reduction costs, design incentives. There's some great things. I highly recommend using a realtor for your purchase of new construction. Big misconception is that you don't need to or that you shouldn't because you can save price. Not true. We have great relationships with these builder reps throughout this area, and we can actually negotiate and get you probably some great discounts on your new construction homes. So if you have any questions at all, we would love to be a resource for you. Obviously, don't do this alone. Use someone like us to be your guide to help you navigate some of this process, this tough process of buying and relocating here out of the state. We'd love to be a resource for you. Feel free to reach out, call, text anytime. We look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks. Hey, thanks so much for watching the video. I just want to pop on real quick and tell you a little bit about who I am and who we are here at Zakos Realty and Design Group. I'm Ryan Zakos. As you heard throughout the video, I was born and raised here in Sarasota. I currently live with my family in Lakewood Ranch. Started this firm with my father about 8 years ago or so. We have an office in downtown Sarasota and downtown Venice. He actually lives on Venice Island. My father relocated here from Michigan, and it was his first career out of college at Michigan State, was a police officer here in Sarasota County at the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. My mom relocated here from New Jersey when she was actually a child, so they have both relocated here from out of state, but it afforded me the opportunity to actually be born and raised here. So I spent my first 18 years living in Sarasota proper, and then now with my family, we live in Lakewood Ranch. I absolutely love everything about the Gulf Coast of Florida. I've worked in St. Pete, I've worked in Tampa, I lived in Sarasota. My parents currently live in Venice Island. I have sold a lot of stuff in Welland Park. I'm passionate about this area, and I think that it offers an unbelievable lifestyle that is unparalleled to anything else in the state of Florida, let alone the country. I do think that being born and raised here, it provides me the opportunity to provide insight into communities, into areas that a lot of agents don't know. There are a lot of agents, there's 10,000 plus agents here locally, and a lot of those agents actually aren't from here or haven't lived here that very long at all. So being from here, I have had the privilege of building relationships with tons and tons of vendors in every industry you could think of, but then also just having that intimate knowledge of each community and each area, whether it's a pocket of Sarasota or a pocket of Venice or Lakewood Ranch, whatever that consists. So I do think that I can provide that value in great detail for you and help you in understanding what your relocation goals are and helping you achieve that in what kind of home and community you want to ultimately be in. So please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions at all. I would love to be a resource for you, and I hope I can meet you one day. Thanks. Talk to you soon.